here on our side, and I think it is. Hey, I'm Patrick, your local game guy, and this is Will, your local game co-host.
Sup?
Hey, Will, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
You've been
The busy season has started back up for my work, so I'm making bank, making money.
nice. It's not really busy season for my work. It's usually the same sort of season all year round, but there's plenty of things to film, so thank God I am occupied. But enough about work. I was up till 5 playing Monster Hunter. Did everyone else kill Mizutsune? A couple of times. I got my ass handed to me our last match, dude. Like my brother lives in Arizona, so like our time zone difference puts me at a weird time to play with him. He has kids. They do things during the day. But the short of it is that he got on at like 1, so I was like, okay, well, we gotta grind. We gotta grind, dude. I was like falling asleep on our last match. Don't tell him. I was falling asleep learning insect glaive, which is not the weapon you want to like be tutoring yourself on while you're tired against a new monster. This guy he swapped me with his tail one too many times. Also, I'm using like under leveled armor because most of my gear. So I usually use dual sword and bow in that game, and you have this thing called perfect dodge. So I'm usually just perfect dodging and like not worrying about taking hits. Insect glaive is not that. There's no perfect dodge. You just take hits. But no, I was up for a good while doing that. Love the game. Monster Hunter Wilds is great. Shout out in the chat if you enjoy it. I'm going to be playing it for a good while. Let me make sure that the stream is running. Actually, it says we're
It,
live, but okay. Yeah, I checked a separate feed and it wasn't perfect. Hi guys, welcome to the stream. We are making what will be the thickest deck in Magic's history. And I mean some of the fattest peaches, some of the ripest peaches, and no discrimination on what gender or race or ethnicity. We're going to have all the fattest asses in Magic's history in this deck. And there's a couple real great token cards for this list too, because Felothar the Steadfast, probably more than most defense matters decks, has a really good engine attached to it. So I'm super stoked for this. Hey, Trixie. It's going to be probably one of the more interesting builds we've done on the channel because we've never tackled a defense matters list. I know there's been a few Ents that have done this, and they've never really been this compelling, mostly because they don't have draw attached to them like this does. But yeah, Felothar the Steadfast is looking to be the Thicc master. I love that he can build without defender like Arcades. Yeah. Well, so let's get to that, and we can compare this with other defense matters legendaries at the end of this. What I do want to state is normally what we've been doing with the new bracket system is to start by establishing where we want to build it. I think what we're going to do is just as a common goal, unless we know the thing is hyper casual, we're going to try to build this as competitively as possible. If we find it doesn't stack up, then you can make the call to drop it down to 3 game changers and make it bracket 3, or if you find that it's good in a high powered setting, keep it at bracket 4. But generally speaking, we try to build for bracket 5 here. So if we make questionable choices for you, there's usually a reason provided in a competitive setting. Extra thick, yes.
Do you know that reference?
By Aku. Is this
Samurai Jack?
I was gonna say, but I haven't seen. Is this from the latest season, or is this from the original Samurai Jack?
I think this is from the later season, not the original.
I can't believe I haven't watched the last season of Samurai Jack, the one that was the one they made recently. I say recently, not that recently at this point. I loved Samurai Jack growing up, dude. That was such a damn good show. I don't know.
Actually, no, yeah, it's from 9 years ago, so it is original Samurai Jack.
No, I don't know what that's. What is this? This is where Thicc originates? Is this where the slang comes from?
It's where it's him ordering a pizza, or him doing something. I think it was like hiring an assassin, and the meme was trying to make it sound like he was ordering a pizza. And then says extra thick, and the guy has like a giant sword or something.
So, Will, on that note, you want to talk about the thickness herself?
Mm-hmm. So, Felothar the Steadfast. 1, a white, a black, and a green for legendary creature human warrior with 0 power, not smacking hard, and 5 toughness.
Mm-mm.
Each creature you control assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. Never mind, it is smacking hard. Creatures you control can attack as though they did not have defender, and you can pay 3 and tap this, sacrifice another creature you control, and draw cards equal to the sacrificed creature's toughness, and then discard equal to its power. We drawin'. We smackin'. Do some weird old attacking.
And I've got a very important poll coming your way, people. All right, so yes, it will do at least 5 damage, 5 commander damage. What we want to leverage for the list is ideally things that buff defense. It in most instances, like a lot of these effects will give like 4 and 4 across the board. If you want to leverage some free ones like Invigorate, something like that. I think it's Invigorate. That's like +4. You do need to factor in the discard you'll be adding on top of whatever your draw is, but usually it's going to be a net positive, like majorly. Although there are a lot of cards that work in tandem with this really, really well, where we won't have to discard anything. Is the we want to go over some core cards that we're considering for the list, and then we can sort of just build from there. Obviously, we're going to have a lot of. I think the general strategy here is to go stacks and like play a slower game. So testing this will be a little weird, but we could. I don't know how quickly we're going to pilot based off of this effect. It's not like we're storming off of high defense things. Do you know what I mean? Like we can because still if we leverage something like a Marwyn or a Sylvala, it's based off of power, which we could jam those in the deck if we want. I think the highest we'll probably go is like a Bloom Tender Priest of Titania. Realistically, I don't think we're going to try to go for some like shenanigans with a high mana producing thing.
Yeah, Fabro Elder is probably like the biggest we'll run.
Fabro, the one
Bloom Tender, but it's Selesnya. It's the tree folk guy.
Isn't Fabro Elder? Wait. Oh yeah. Oh, sorry, you're right. Fabro Elder.
He's the Fabro.
Fabro. Voice of Victory. Yeah, so guys, if there's any, and that's when we do these community builds, obviously, if there's anything that you want to incorporate in the list, please let us know. You want to add Voice of Victory to the list? I don't see why not. As a matter of fact, while we're here, this land base was taken from a separate Abzan land base, so you can ignore that largely. We will be modifying it with any sort of MDFCs or other cards that we see more suitable. We also probably just want to drop the land count just by a little bit. Why don't we start by adding just really good stacks? Is Doorkeeper Thrall good enough?
No ETB, no deaths. Probably.
Right. So I want to start by adding some of our stacks engines, the things that are going to help us slow down the game. Ideally, things that are attached to bodies, right? So hate bears. So the conquering, what's the new dragon?
That would shut down our commander.
Does yeah, never mind. It's not single-sided. We're gonna use.
If it was single-sided, that card would be going in every single white deck from here until the end of time.
Yeah, we will use Archon of Emeria though. I think that is like a flying thing that we can use.
Yep, Archon of Emeria, Drannith Magistrate. If we want to run Drannith Magistrate, we can check our game.
Drannith Magistrate's got a 3 booty. I don't see why not. Also, we should incorporate Esper Sentinel just because. If we're giving it defense, you know.
Speaking of really good 1-drops that are also 1 white mana, Tireless Tribe.
Right. So there are a few tech cards that are going to be in the deck that really do speed us through our list. So Tireless Tribe is an oldie, and honestly, in this instance, a goldie. These sad nomads. So for 1 white, 1/1 body, you can discard a card. This creature gets +0/+4 until end of turn. So, okay, so if you're doing the math, if I have 5 cards in hand, that's +0 +20. I pay 3 to sacrifice Tireless Tribe, and then I draw 21 cards. I discard 1. So we have a net gain of 20. And then we get Unearth, and then we bring him back, and then we have, I guess we can run forms of untap if we like. There are lots of green untap utilities. So it wouldn't be inadvisable, I think, to run something like, what is it, like Emerald Charm, or trying to think of all like the low end untap engines, or untap target permanent. So Emerald Charm would probably be good just by and by.
The potential alternative is also just playing Tireless Tribe and passing, and then on somebody's turn we just go, okay, discard a hand, get all that, go to the next turn.
Yeah, so right,
so commander, do it again.
Right, and Unearth is sorcery? I forget. We would need to do
Unearth is sorcery, but I'm saying that we do it on our opponent's end step, then pass to ourselves.
Yeah, which is perfectly fine, because I mean 3 mana is a lot to dedicate to this effect, so I mean we should acknowledge that. We're not going to use any sort of cost reduction on activation, but again, if we're trying to finish the game, we could front load a lot of mana with some high mana producing effects. Not again like a Savala or a Marwyn, but just something that's producing enough, and then get the ball rolling on loading out our board and playing, well, Will found a finisher for a go wide board that I thought was pretty funny. If you guys like Street Fighter, you'll enjoy this. If not, then maybe you won't. But let's get the in-universe version. What was his name again? It's Honda. Honda.
Honda is the Street Fighter one.
Right. So Will was suggesting potentially using Bolden Century Herdmaster. So as long as it's your turn, each creature assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. Okay, so we got that. That's fine. But whenever it attacks, up to 100 target creatures get +0/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of cards in your hand. Now look, these creatures aren't going to have trample, but if we're drawing as many cards as I'm hoping we're drawing, then they should all be pummeling our opponents for like a good 20 to 30 on average. And sans any sort of additional buffs that we might have, right? So if 1 connects, it's really bad for them. And they will have to block. They will definitely have to block with something to make sure they don't die. So like, even if they do survive, like what kind of state are they in? I think, especially knowing the fact that we have a lot of shit that's just going to slow down their game anyways, I do think that this is sort of a nice punishing effect. Now, and sadly, this game, this part of the color pie doesn't really have great haste enablers. I do think for mass haste enabling, Concordant Crossroads will be our best bet. Will was suggesting Crashing Drawbridge. I still think that's like, sadly, one of the only options we have here. If there's a mass haste enabler you guys know that can help with a go wide board, please let us know. Because like you would need Crashing Drawbridge plus like Swift Boots or Lightning Greaves or something to just get the ball rolling on that quicker. Sorry, there have been a lot of suggestions, which is great, and I want to catch up with them, so give me 1 second. Felothar, though, there's a lot going on here. We haven't even touched on any of the buff effects, any sort of enchantments or equipment that help with defense. There's a lot of really sweet tech that we'll get to play with, and like Will mentioned earlier, this isn't something you have to do on your turn. So we could hold that mana up for interaction or flash creatures, like an opposition agent or whatever. Or
despite our commander wanting us to attack with our big booty creatures, it is really good at letting us keep up and block with our big booty creatures.
We're mostly just trying to show off. We're mostly just trying to flaunt that thick board. That's really what this deck is about. So if we're adding token generation, then Prava could be good. Yes, Dauntless Dismantler. Dauntless Dismantler is a great card. I do think that we should definitely incorporate it. If you guys, this is a relatively new one. It's like tail end of last year. Are we on board with the? This is great.
Not tail end of 2025. It's older than that.
Oh my god,
is it 2023?
Is it really?
Or like early 2023, tail end of 2020, or early 2024, or tail end of 2023 is what I'm trying to say. Because Ixalan
been doing this too long, man. Wait, is it really not? Was it not 2020?
2023.
Oh my god! All right,
Might actually be way older than I'm thinking. I think it might have actually been the start of 2023, if I'm remembering right.
Will, don't age me.
Uh,
Uh,
Another random tech card that we may want to add, Kitsune Loreweaver. For those who don't know, because no one knows what this freaking card does, 1 and a white for a 2/1 that says you may pay 1 and a white to give this +X+O, where X is the number of cards in your hand. Pay some mana, tap sack your commander, draw a ton of cards.
It is so yeah, this isn't the most searchable thing. I mean, we could obviously find it with like our recruiter and stuff. If we happen upon it, it's not bad. Isn't there a thing that searches for clerics? I could be
Uh,
lying.
there's a cleric that searches for black cards by sacrificing clerics.
Okay,
That might be
so
what you're thinking of.
we need 5 mana. It's a 5 mana investment. How many cards in hand will you say is necessary for this to be worth it? Would you say that if you had 4 cards in hand, 2 mana to get +4 is good?
Uh, I I think that this is more of like a greedy late game card than anything.
Yeah.
I think that we hopefully draw like 20 off of this. That would be what we use it for. Other than that, we use our other buff effects to grind out and get stuff.
I'm
Uh,
gonna put it on the side for now. I don't know that it's. I feel like if it's just at our starting, it's awful. I'm with you
yeah,
though that like in the mid to late, it could probably do a lot of work. Ah, shit. Like how many effects? How many effects like this actually exist though? That's the real question. And between it and Honda, I don't think many, dude. Okay. Sorry, I am reading through the rest of these. Legolas's quick reflexes, sure. I do want to add some untap engines. Will I think it's not a bad idea. Like the Emerald Charm, as a matter of fact. And what's it called? Burst of Energy. What are the Savala cards again? It's like Burst of Energy, and then something Nature. No,
oh well, while we're at it, Tree of Predation and Tree of Redemption. Those are
Instill
fun.
Energy. Instill Energy. It also gives them haste. Untap enchanted creature activates this ability only if you. Yeah, okay. Instill Energy is great. We don't need many of these. Maybe like 1 or 2 to 3. Okay, so Tree of Perdition.
Tree of Perdition and Tree of Redemption.
Yeah, that's funny. Like this deck can really leverage these cards. If you guys don't know these ones, it's the one where you switch your you switch the defense value with their life total,
Yep.
right? Okay. Meekstone, you say Meekstone. That is
Creatures
actually,
with power of more than 2 do not untap.
you know,
Fun
it's
card.
funny. It's I think it's 3 actually. Well, creatures with power 3 or greater don't untap.
Yeah, I
So
phrased it differently, but yes, same thing.
yeah. Uh, what else functions like this? Do we like Meekstone as a tech card? I actually,
There's a random white creature that does the same thing, but I think it's like 4 mana or something.
yeah, we're not that hard for it. Sure, we'll put Finale of Devastation in. I think that makes total sense.
Shield Sphere is also probably just a good no duh.
Oh,
3
just
mana,
something.
draw 6. I like it.
Yeah. Does it lose value over time, or
Every
is that
time it blocks,
okay? Well,
which you're not going to block with it. You're just going, nah, nah.
I just want to look up the rest of your suggestions really quick so that we can highlight them. We've got a Chroma's Will. This is also from Lost Caverns of Ixalan. Creatures you control gain. I wish it said haste. I wish any of these were haste. Damn, why no haste? Why no haste, Will?
Because no haste.
Do you like
Haste
this?
is specifically like a red thing and technically a green thing.
Right. Okay, well, we're gonna put Concordant Crossroads in, that much is true. What's the thing? Oh no, it's
Oh,
Gruul, damn it. The Rhythm
by
of
the
the
way,
Wilds?
Crackdown. Non-white creatures with power 3 or greater do not untap on their controller's untap step.
How much does it cost?
It is 3, and then there is Marble Titan, which is just Meekstone text, but it's a 3/3, and it costs 3 and white, so 4. I was thinking of Marble Titan when I was saying that there's a bad version of it. Crackdown is kind of also just bad Meekstone. I think that we just have Meekstone.
Yeah, I mean, I'll look up Crackdown anyways. Will, is it called Rhythm of the Wilds? Which is the one that gives, what's that ability where they enter, they can get a +1/+1 counter or haste?
That is in Gruul.
Is
We
it
cannot play
specifically
that.
Gruul? Like the enchantment that does it is Gruul. It's not
Yeah,
green. Okay.
yeah,
That's
because you're thinking of the keyword Riot, which is
Riot.
the
Yeah.
Gruul effect.
Can't play Pride. Benefactor's Drought. This is another untap engine, but I don't think we go for Benefactor's Drought. Man, do we actually? It's untap all. I forgot about that. Yeah, we could run Benefactor's Drought. That could be our last one, because that's actually quite good. We can untap our commander and untap the thing that paid for the commander's activation cost. And yes, Hugo, Tireless Tribe is definitely in. I don't think we talked about it. I don't think I added it. So
Okay, do we have Lightning Greaves in there?
no, but we could add Lightning Greaves, and we can
If we add Lightning Greaves, may I pitch Task Force? 2 and a white, whenever this creature becomes a target of a spell or ability, gets +3/+0 until the end of the turn.
Oh.
It's a combo.
They came on a mission.
Yeah,
They're the
it's
reflection
3
of
mana for 1/3, by the way. Also, yeah, between Taskmaster and the other thing, the Tireless Pilgrims, it's we
Tireless
got like
Tribe.
group guys that are just
Yeah.
like, we want to get thick.
Yeah.
Every day is leg day.
We're gonna get swole. All right, Task Force, you're in. You're in. Oh, the new art is not as good. I'm sorry, no offense, but we got to go with the old school Task Force. Shit. Hold up. Yeah. So yeah, if you guys are reading into this, you just activate that ability a lot on him, and you're good. I think we have a card that searches for rebels, actually. Search library.
There's several.
Well,
Several rebel tutors.
Isn't there a black one that's like 1 mana? Oh, that's Mercenary Tutor. Ah, damn. Yeah, we're not trying to do one of these character searchers.
If we want to do a stupid combo and want to end the game in 1 turn, there is Trenching Steed. 3 and a white, sack a land, give +0/+3 until end of turn. I think that's a little too much on every number there, but
sorry, I do like Crystal Barricade, by the way, Ken. I think that's a great suggestion. It's like anti Orcish Bowmaster from our opponents. And what you said, something, what, Steed?
Trenching Steed, like digging a trench.
For 4 mana, sacrifice a land. Oh my god, we're going hard. We're going really hard here.
I don't think we run that. But...
Nah, there's only one prophecy card we run, and it's Rhystic Study, and we're not in blue, so we're gonna avoid that. Prophecy is a weird set, man. But good on you to find the other rebel. Assault formation, tower defense, behind the scenes are common in big butt decks. Let's see if they're good here, though. Assault formation. This is the enchantment. Each creature you control assigns damage equal to its toughness. Our commander already does that, but that's okay. It's just like an additive bonus. Pay green. Creature's defender can attack. That's not necessary. Pay 3 to get +1 is not quite as good as the Kitsune that Will saw. The Will suggested. So I think we're going to pass an assault formation. Creatures you can control have +0/+5 and gain reach until end of turn. Instant speed, Will. Do you want to attach that to Isochron Scepter or something? I'm trying to think of where we get the most value from this.
I'm not sure. There's a couple effects that give like a good buff for pretty cheap. I think we
haven't really looked at them yet either. But
the most cost beneficial, I think, is Stone Skin, which is just a flash aura that gives +0/+10.
Mm-hmm. Right, because I get what you're looking at here. I do think that Assault Formation could technically be a pseudo finisher. We could like pull up. There isn't a good recursion engine in the deck. Like we can't loop Eternal Witness to do it multiple times or whatever. But I do think Honda is probably our best option as a closer with haste enabling. Excuse me, creatures you control have sulk.
Skulk.
Skulk, excuse me. They could be sulking too.
They're sad.
Yeah, this guy looks like he's sulking. Um, for 4 generic and a white, creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. We're not doing anything for infinite mana, so it's a little hard for me to say that this is.
This is more so the fact that 3 mana, all of our creatures are unblockable because nothing is going
Right.
to block an 0/5 that's swinging for 5 damage.
I think you're absolutely right on that. I think this enchantment is mostly for the skulk. It kind of calls to mind the what was it, a Chroma's Will that we looked at, the commander white spell.
Yeah.
You just give them evasion and like vigilance or something. I don't know. I forgot what the 2 standouts were, but. Do you want behind the scenes? Is of all the cards, I think that this one's pretty decent, Steve.
Yeah, like it can get through, and if we have one of our get big toughness now creatures, we just kill people. I do like it.
100%. Like the tireless tribe is like, you know what? I'm fucking tired. I'm tired of this. We need to stop this game. It's like the Jokic of Magic. He's just like he just wants to get off the field. He's like, can we be done now, please?
People say I'm tireless, but there is one thing I'm tired of, and it's dealing with your shit. Boom.
You have no idea how tired I actually am. People keep complimenting me because I'm paid to do a job. I don't fucking want to be.
Since 1998, discarding cards, and now I'm gonna discard these hands into your face.
Oh wait, no, not Tireless Tracker, Tireless Tribe. Tireless Tracker would be interesting though, in a not so good way. This motherfucker, dude, these guys, I feel so bad for them. We will run Earth though. We will run Unearth because we will want to do them multiple times. Unearth is the one that has flashback as well. Will, am I correct?
No, it has cycle.
Which one has?
I don't think there is one that has flashback. There's a couple flashback reanimates in our colors, but all of them are expensive. Except for Dread Return. Dread Return is the one cheap one.
Would we want to use Dread Return?
Nah, we care more about just using the casual reanimates.
Okay. Well, of the casual reanimates, what do we want to incorporate? Like, I've got the one.
Well, we have like actual reanimate. We have the auras that are just generally good. Then we have persist. Actually, persist gives -1/-1 that kills some of our smaller guys. So maybe not persist.
How about Phyrexian Dreadnought? Trixie, I'm not against it. It's just that we'll draw 12 and discard 12. So it's just high quality filtering. So I'm not too high on that. Do we want Doran in this deck?
Doran the Explorin.
Yes, that one.
I don't know what Doran does off the top of my head.
It's one of the trees. I don't remember either. McCready, Major of Lamp Light.
Oh, I would also like to say Slugworm Armor. Slagworm Armor. And it's worm with a U instead of a O. It's just an equipment that gives +0/+6. Equips for 3, cast for 1.
Equips for... I'm sorry, what?
Equips for 3, gives +6, and cost 1 to play.
So you want it?
It's a good grind tool because it just says pay 3 more for your commander's effect to get more draw.
Oh yeah, let me know how your pre-releases were, guys. Any good pulls? We did get someone who Raven
alt art you Ugin.
Well, I mean, but they just buy a collector booster, I think, from every set. Like that's their philosophy with new sets, just to treat themselves. And they pulled like the alt art Ugin out of 1 pack, which was insane. So obviously, if you played pre-release, you're dealing with the play boosters instead. But any cool plays, any cool cards you pulled? Obviously, did you win your pre-release? Let us know. I'd love to hear about it. I was at work, sadly, until I got home. Oh, Post-Mortem Lunge, dude, is one of my favorites. Just to exist as a card. You could pay a Phyrexian and X, and then return target creature with converted mana cost of X from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains haste. Exile it at the beginning of the next end step. I do think that there is range in this utility. I don't think that we're going to pump it more than X = 1 or 2 for an effect, and the thing is going to die afterwards. So It's probably going to get the Kitsune if we add the Kitsune, or it's probably going to get Tireless Tribe. But do you like
Agreed.
Postmortem Lunge as like an alternative 1 cost? I
Yeah,
have Reanimate, by the way.
it's good. I like it. We can also run Living Death if we want. That's another decent one.
Postmortem. What's Living Death do? What is the
So
cost? Of Living
it's
Death?
either reanimate all or animate all lands you control as 1/1s for the turn, or literally reanimate, but it costs 1 more mana.
Living Death.
Yeah, Living Death or Life and Death.
Oh,
It's
yes, the
multi.
split card, Life and
Yeah,
Death. Yeah. Life, Death.
yep, yep.
Let me get that to. Yeah, no, Life Death's great. I like it a lot. 2 CMC only. McCready. Let me look up McCready right quick. I think that's it for reanimate spells. We really don't want that many. There's a lot of like crazy tech to put in this list, so we're kind of jumping around the map here. So again, if there's anything that you think works particularly well with Felothar the Steadfast, like throw it out there. We're gonna check it out. I do want to incorporate some combat tricks, some defense buffers. Will, I feel like you probably have a list assembled, but
I don't have a ton actually.
really,
It's
wow.
mainly Stone Skin was the one that
And
I
use
saw that I was like, oh,
Slagworm.
yeah,
Stone
and
Skin.
Slagworm.
3 mana for +10. Is that the best conversion?
I believe so. I can look to see what is the best.
I got Voice of Victory full art. Hell yes. From a collector booster? Dude, that's perfect. I mean, isn't that like the 1 card you wanted? Life Death, thank you, Wolfsbane. Had to pay bills. Didn't have enough for pre-release. Yeah, no, I get that. I literally, thank you for reminding me. I think I had to register my motorcycle again. And you got me thinking about bills. I think we're all good. We're all caught up. We have mutate lines and the ultimatum if we can cheat it. Also, Protean Hulk lines. So we do have a sack outlet in the command zone. So yeah, I wouldn't discredit Protean Hulk as a thing. I don't
We're also
necessarily
in the
know.
colors for Protean Hulk.
Right? Do we want to set up? What is the
So,
best Protean Hulk line now? Doesn't it use Samwise or something?
yeah, it's Samwise, Cauldron Familiar, Viseria Seer, or Carrion Feeder with Grand Abolisher.
Carrion Feeder could be cute as a self.
I will also say we discard Protean Hulk with our Commander's effect. So, reanimate, do it fast,
Oh
do it cheap.
shit! Do you really want to do this? Are we really going to run Protean? Is this a sub Protean Hulk package?
We can just run Protean Hulk, because let's see, it's Viseria Seer, Cauldron Familiar, Sam, Grand Abolisher, Protean Hulk. So it's like 5 cards for a whole pile. One of them we want to run anyways.
Well,
So
Grand Abolisher and Voice of Victory now. Like we're gonna run both, but
yeah,
we'll probably rip the Abolisher. Frankly, it is still the better of the two in this line of play. I just want to look at the art again because there's this. I forgot that there's this Ravnica remastered one that looks sick as fuck. I've been wanting to play Protean Hulk because of it. So I don't know. Well, convince me otherwise, sir.
of the alternate Protean Hulk.
I mean, yeah. Should we just do it?
Yeah, we could. It's not too bad.
Okay, fuck it. Let's go. Protean Hulk. I like that, Hugo. Thank you for the suggestion. I think that this could be a good Hulk pile deck. I'm sorry. So Samwise, what? Not
Gamgee.
this. Not the stout. Okay, Gamgee. Yeah, just double check it. Okay. We're gonna go with the ring border, and then we're gonna do Gravecrawler. God, dude, Gravecrawler's gotten so many miles. This card. Is there a Lord of the Rings one? Actually, I'm sorry, not Gravecrawler. What's that about? What's his name?
Carrion Feeder or Viseria Seer.
Carrion Feeder. Carrion Feeder. I knew there was alternative art. We're gonna go for this one. If it's a combo, you got to run the cool cards. Samwise, Carrion Feeder, Cauldron Familiar. Anything else, sir? I think we got it all, right?
Yeah.
Right, and then the two other alt cards. Okay,
Mateus is on that Phyrexian Dreadnought hype train.
do Phyrexian Dreadnought, maybe Heartless Summoning. So Heartless Summoning reduces the cost of creatures. Heartless Summoning is a enchantment that reduces by 2, but your creatures get
It gives
-1,
them
-1.
-1/-1.
Right.
We don't need that because
I know
weirdly
that's a
enough,
little
all of our
hard.
stuff is like
Hmm.
some of our stuff are like 1/1s that have really good effects, or are just cheap enough, and we only want to play like one or two of them anyways. So I don't think we play that.
What I
But
will what I will say though is that this does, the logic of having -1 power does help. It means that there's one more card in our hand afterwards. So
we're
like
also drawing one less card though.
all right, so it does it
It's
is net
even.
and
It
even.
evens out.
Yeah. Well, actually we
It's
kind of
not.
want we
It's
actually
not a
do want the
negative. It's pretty
discard.
much it.
We actually do want the discard though. I think the difference being like if it's a 1, like if it's Tireless Tribe, we do actually want the 1 so that we could discard Protean Hulk.
Oh, by the way, Patrick, Angelic Protector. It's another when this becomes a target of a spell or ability. It gets +0/+3 until the end of the turn.
Okay, how many more of these are there? Can we
I
just
will
do a quick
keep looking.
search? Could we do a quick search of these, please? Whatever
Uh,
target a spell or ability.
Daru Spiritualist, whenever cleric you control becomes a target of a spell or ability,
It
it
is
gets +0/+2. It is a cleric.
wait. Okay. Okay. Plus.
Daru.
Okay. Hold on. Not all of these are going to make the cut. Okay. Some of these.
All of them are making the cut. Let's be honest. All of them are making the cut. Nadu
Angelic,
2.0.
Angelic Protector's a little high costed, don't you think?
It's fine. If you just throw it out, you're cool with that.
All right. So Angelic Protector. Okay. What is the search term? Let me just do this. Whenever a creature becomes target of spell or ability.
Do target ability gets target ability.
Whenever target
Target ability and gets. If you do that in the Oracle text, it should give you mostly just those effects.
Sir, I've got 15.
Yeah, there you
One with Offspring, but that's power. Nettle Guard, Sir, Valiance. Whenever it becomes a target with spell ability you control for the first time. Oh, that sounds like ass. We're not gonna do that.
At least they were smart enough to say the first time.
Right. You're right though. We are missing some because I just took the whole thing of text. All right. Well, Jaru, what? Whenever.
Yeah, it's a Daru Spiritualist. Whenever cleric you control becomes a target of a spell or ability, it gets +0/+2.
What's his cost again?
It is 1 and a white for a 1/1.
I just want to put it on screen first.
Daru
There it is.
Spiritual.
Got you. Ooh, dude. Old Scourge foils. This shit gets me. I love old foils. Okay, yeah. Damn, dude. I just want to play it because of that alone. Did you see the Angelic Cub? What a nasty looking card. Okay.
I also do want to say Daru Spiritualist is maybe a finisher for our deck, because if we have enough clerics, we just make all of our clerics into +0 infinities, and they punch for infinity.
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
Whenever a cleric becomes a target,
Oh.
that cleric gets buffed, so all of our clerics become infinities if we have boots.
How many? We need to do a cleric count.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I don't think we got that many.
It's maybe a finisher. That's more so what I think. I don't think it's going to be a finisher.
Whoa! There's a changeling. There's a changeling that makes all of our creatures the same thing.
Oh, mirror image.
Yeah. Hold up, sir.
I feel like that's adding way too many steps into it. Wait. Hold on. Separate Hulk line? Isn't there the whole breakfast package with that one creature that just says you can target 1,000,000 times?
The cephalid?
No. Other thing. The Corliss.
We're running the old Sanctum line. The Sactum line? Wait, what's that? Wait, are we? Am I unaware?
English version. No, not Children of Corliss.
Butt dragon draws with his behind. Yeah, which butt dragon though? There's a lot of big booty dragons out there. Is there a specific butt dragon? Is there like a peachy dragon I'm unaware of? Will?
Hold up, I'm looking for the freaking card that people play with Nadu and 60 card. There we go. Nomads of Encore. Nomads of Encore plus one of our target things makes it so that we have infinite fodder for our commander. That's another Hulk pile. We can also throw in every single cleric known to man. And actually, yeah, we just throw in mirror image as the other thing in that pile, and then everything we control is a cleric.
I mean, Nomads Encore. So what do we do? It's Nomads Encore.
ENKOR.
No, oh yeah, Nomads Encore, mirror entity, and that cleric. Is that no? That oh, that's exactly 6.
That's
Actually,
exactly 6. So let's just do the thing.
Will, are we actually doing that?
I mean, Nomad's Encore is another Nadu effect or Nadu enabler. We may even want to run Shiko for the same reason. Yeah, tis good. I'll look for the other Encore effects.
Well, there's the freely target things for sure. I would ideally have them be useful beyond just being a trigger, but I mean,
no, they're just the trigger. That's
well, look,
good enough.
I do think mirror entity is maybe a bridge too far. I think that's to aim for that is not the best option for this deck, but I don't think it's bad either.
By the way, Warrior Encore and Shaman Encore are probably the 2 next best Encore effects to add. They're just target creature gets damage redirected to them.
What? They're both 2 costed though. I don't know,
yeah,
man.
But 2 cost is fine. 2 cost is fine. I'm not going for the 3 costs. The 3 costs are not fine.
Well, I think we have 2 already. Isn't that enough? Like, we've got one that's searchable off Ranger Captain of Eos. That's not in our deck.
Yeah.
Right.
Speaking of which, Ranger Captain of Eos. And there's a Ranger of Eos as well.
I'll put the Warrior and Shaman in the sideboard for now.
Okay.
Maybe just one too many. Because we're going to have to make cuts for sure with this deck. And I don't know that we're the best spot for that yet. I mean, is that what we are building here? The new Butt Dragon? What? Yes. Yes. Sanctum is a land that sacks a cleric and plays... Oh. Sanctum... Land? Am I aware of this card? I know of the Sarah's Sanctum, which I have. I don't think that... Starlit Sanctum? This is the oldie that sacrifices cleric. Sacrifice a cleric, you gain life equal to the sacrifice creature's toughness. Target player loses life equal to the sacrifice creature's power. Starlit Sanctum could be kind of a cheeky way to kill someone.
Well, their power is usually going to be very
low. I know.
The funny thing is that we can gain literal infinite life.
We could gain infinite life. And then any life as a resource thing just is the best.
That's extra steps though, but I like the way that we're thinking for that.
I mean, just having a land that does that something as potent as that is kind of cool. I think that it gives rise to the occasional crop rotation. We haven't added any tutors outside of Finale Devastation. I think that was something I was suggested earlier. We can adjust our land base so that this is Tainted Packable. I do think Tainted Pack is a good enough card to just run by itself. Well, maybe not here. It's not like we're really digging for play lines or anything. All right, well, let's look at this monstrosity, guys. We've been like piling up a bunch of cards. I don't know what we actually have.
Combos, that's what we have.
Okay, so right now, so far as sorceries are concerned, we have Finale of Devastation, Life, Death, Postmortem, Lunge, Reanimate, and Unearth. That is 4 Reanimate spells. We could probably get rid of 1. Probably be Postmortem, Lunge.
4 seems like a good number, because that means if we draw 25, we're usually going to find 1.
Right. Life, Death, Reanimate. Life, Death, and Reanimate are the only ones that hit. Do we want to run any sort of like infinite grave lines? Is there any utility there? Like having the pre-war formal wear or lean and relic water lines? Not really. I mean, like, I guess we could just... It could be as simple as playing Sack Outlet, those 2 things. Or rather, you've discarded 1. Like, you've discarded your lean and relic water, and then you find your Sack Outlet and your Reanimate effect. And then essentially it's a 2-card combo, right? You just need a thing in your grave to start it. There's a way to switch power and toughness. Arbor Adherent. I'll look that up.
I'm looking at toughness matter cards right now to see if there's anything that's like significant.
Will, is this too costly? Arbor Adherent for 4 mana. You can add 1 mana of any color, or add X where of any color where X is the greatest toughness among creatures you control.
Oh yeah, that's the dog that I said was irrelevant. We can add that.
Oh, it's relevant now.
Yeah, it's relevant for this deck specifically, but it's not really relevant for cEDH.
At large, sure. Yeah, we're gonna.
But yeah, I like it because it's gonna be a dork that taps for like 5. It's pretty good. It is our Selvala.
Will, what are the green tutors you want to incorporate?
There's the new one. That is the one that I can't
Archdruid's
remember.
Charm?
No. The one that came out in this set.
We have Finale of Devastation. We won. God, I always forget. It's
Nature's Rhythm. Nature's Rhythm is the new one that I like. Invasion of Ikoria is also a good one.
Invasion of Ikoria.
Yep.
Do you want any of the Sacrifice a Thing? Actually, that wouldn't be so bad, would it? If you did Eldritch Evolution.
Yeah, Eldritch Evolution isn't too bad.
I think turning a dork into like a engine is pretty good. Like you can grab your Ranger Captain or something and then grab like the 1-drop you want.
Okay, now the question is Tireless Tribe a human?
It is a human nomad.
Oh,
is that bad?
Ikoria is sad.
Oh yeah. Sorry, sorry, Invasion. I mean, we can still run it. Do you want to run like the not Sylvan
Invasion
Tutor?
is still good because we still have combos with searching up what is it? What's the lowest where is it? The freaking thing that looks like a gosh darn straw man. There we go. Are you human? Daru, let's look that up. I want to make sure this isn't. It's a freaking human cleric. Daru Spiritualist. Gosh darn it.
So Tim Rogers, why not Infect? I think that we don't necessarily need it for this list. I think we should probably get there with damage.
Punching for 2,000 Infect is the same as punching for 2,000 regular damage. It kills the person.
Yeah, I think we'll get there. We'll get there one way or another, Tim. Last March of the entire too costly. Last March of the Ents is
draw equal to the highest toughness you control, can't be countered, then put all creatures in your or any number of creatures from your hand into play.
I think it's just kind of. I feel like it's doing what we're trying to do, anyways, right? Wall of Roots is the best.
Commander does that. That's the reason why it's not relevant.
Do you like Wall of Roots, Will?
Let me. Nah. It's a wall that makes itself smaller. That's sad.
Sylvan Caryatid
that made itself bigger.
Sylvan Caryatid. So this is the one that's Defender Hexproof. It's add 1 mana of any color. It's a 0/3. Thoughts on that one, Will? As a dork?
I mean, it's a 2-mana Hexproof 3/3 that can make his mana sometimes. I'd kind of say no, but not bad. Tis funny.
What does the commander do? Again, got lost in the sauce. No, you're good.
Commander lets you allocate damage through toughness instead of power. Makes it so your defenders can attack, and then says you can pay 3, tap it, sacrifice another thing, draw equal to that thing's power, and then draw equal to that thing's toughness, and then discard equal to its power.
Correct. Infect is a bit better than normal damage because of Angel's Grace.
People aren't really running Angel's Grace, though.
What about the one person that is, Will? That live to tell the tale. All right. I think we've got all the toots we want outside of maybe the recruiter of the guard. Are we going to run that? She got a big bud?
So, Wall of Roots is a 2-mana 0/5, meaning that it's basically a 5/5 that makes itself smaller every turn. So, it's not as useful for a commander. It's not horrible, but it's basically the same as any other dork, and I'd rather run a 1-mana dork instead of a 2-mana dork.
Bruh, what is the old Assassin's Trophy called again? Abrupt Decay. Abrupt Decay.
Decay.
Sorry. Abrupt Decay. And, okay, I'm just trying to add staple removal pieces, like Swords, Plowshare, all this stuff. Path to Exile. Path to Exile. Then we're going to use Natural State, Nature's Claim. Any other staple removal pieces you want to run? We're not on like ad nauseum anything like that, so I guess we can go crazy with some of these. Are there any commander tech pieces we can use? Like a Deadly Rollick is what I'm just throwing in. The white and the green ones have been historically kind of garbage. We can use the Force of Vigor though if you want.
I'm trying to think of how we win the game after drawing our deck. Like the best thing, it's concordant crossroads into playing stuff and then winning off of it.
Right, and honestly, the Protean Hulk line is
Protean Hulk is that's the other one.
Yeah, that's pretty cheeky. I think that Protean Hulk is probably our first option. It's probably our first and best option. Well, we don't have our deck in hand, but if we do get to that point, then we just go for it, and then Protean Hulk can be used as like a enabler to get things out of our list. But we need to add some dorks in here. Do we want fast mana and dorks, or artifact mana and dorks?
I think dorks are probably just a little bit better because we can have ways of buffing them and then sack them later. Also, we're in the colors where we have better dorks. Like we have Elves of Deep Shadow, we have Avacyn's Pilgrim, we have what's it called? Deathrite Shaman.
What is the do we have an Abzan based hierarch or ignoble?
No, it's only the two. It's only Bant and Jund.
Elves of Deep Shadow, Avacyn's Pilgrim. You don't want any artifact ramp?
We can do like Soul Ring Arcane Signet probably. I don't think we do fast mana because this isn't going to be cEDH. It's going to be bracket 3 or 4. Probably, from what we've done, it's probably bracket 4, but...
Do you want to run... I'm adding Orcish Bowmaster Opposition Agent. Do you want to run Collector Oof?
Sure. Like, we have it shuts down one of our potential combo lines, but that's totally fine.
What, with the drawbridge?
Boots. Just boots make something
boots.
infinitely big.
Thank you. Fabro Elder. We did talk about, we didn't add. What were the other ones? Bloom Tender. Priest of Titania.
Bloom Tender, Priest of Titania, Findhorn Elves, Llanowar Elves, Elvish Mystic, Arbor Elf.
Elvish Mystic. They make so many. How many green producing ones are there? Have you ever just counted?
There's 3. 3 for 1 mana.
And then there's the everyone's favorite, the Arbor Elf.
Yep.
Or least favorite, really.
Yeah, it's people either love it or hate it. There is no middle ground.
Yeah, and then we'll also just add the Birds of Paradise. I think that's it. Do we want to run like Paradise Mantle or like anything that can tap our creatures to do the thing? Does Paradise Mantle have a 0 equip cost? No, it's a 0 cost.
It's 1 and then makes mana.
Yeah.
It's pseudo 0.
Yeah. Paradise Mantle, or do you want the drum, Springleaf Drum?
No, I don't think that we care about tapping our stuff.
Right, but we don't really care about attacking with it either until we need it, is what my thought was, but
I mean, our O5s do punch for 5.
that's true. Bloom Tender Orcish Bowmaster is not a card. Let's fix that. Where are you? Bloom Tender is a card. Oh, Orcish Bowmasters, yes. But Bloom Tender? Is Bloom Tender not one word? I guess it's not, dude. My bad. My bad.
And you know what the deck building site doesn't care about them being one word or two? Moxfield.
Well, it's wrong. It's a grammatical error. They should know better.
No, they do know better. They know what you mean. That's why they don't care.
Correct me. Make me feel foolish. Teach me, Daddy. teach me how to spell, Daddy. I like it. I like the pain. Guys, if you want to follow along with the deck list, it's in the description, so you can check it out there. Enduring Vitality makes all walls dorks. Enduring Vitality.
Enduring Vitality's the deer from Duskmourn. I do like Enduring Vitality as a card in general, but I think we don't need it because most of our stuff is like 4 on the high end, I think.
So, Will, we got 107 cards. I feel like we're missing some core removal pieces. I went all the way up to Culling Ritual. I guess we could add Toxic Deluge. I think we're going to get above any sort of deluge outside of our dorks. And what else do we want?
You added Tainted Pact?
We're going to switch our land base.
Well, I mean, even with a better land base, do you ran Tainted Pact?
This is the card I'm thinking of?
It's the Foracle card, yeah.
It's
just kind of a bad tutor.
Yeah, I mean, I'm accepting any and all tutors. Well, that's the thing, though. I incorporated it with the caveat that, like, this deck isn't really searching for playline pieces, but I mean, we're probably gonna have a land base that's suitable for it anyway. So it's like I'll take a bad tutor over no tutor, but we could put it on the side for now. What else do we need though? I can't help but feel we're missing something. Did you want Lotus Petal in here? Do you care about it?
No, I don't know. I don't think we care about fast mana.
Devoted Druid. Oh, I'm sorry. We didn't do like Delighted Halfling. I guess we could do Delighted Halfling. Also, our land base needs to be adjusted. Is there anything that any MBFCs we should put in here? Or what are the new Verge lands? Hold on.
Yeah. The Verge lands are the new ones. I don't know if we got the completion of the Verge land cycle, but I don't know if they named the other half Verge lands.
Well, we got a shit ton of Verge lands here. No, they are. Okay, so we can use Wastewood Verge. Wastewood Verge. Razor Verge Thicket. Will, do you mind looking up the MDFCs again?
Sure thing. I don't think there's going to be any that we care about, though.
I should probably still run them, like if they're bodies, minimally. Right. White black. What is the white black one, sir? Bleachbone. Okay. Deathrite Shaman, yes. Devoted Druid. In the line that does infinite mana. Do we need
Devoted Druid makes infinite mana. Cleric, it buffs clerics infinitely, so I don't think Devoted Druid gets infinite toughness from anything we do.
Don't we have a thing that gives clerics +0/+2?
Yeah, is Devoted Druid a cleric?
It's a druid?
Pretty sure it's an elf druid.
What if it's a cleric?
If it was a cleric, then yes, it would work, but
no, it's not. Okay. Slaughter the Strong is a 3-mana wipe, I think. I have Split Up in here, and that might be the best one, but what's Slaughter? Oh, I guess we can add Dam as well. Do we want to vote a druid in here? Well,
Damn hits our board too, doesn't it?
it's mass removal.
Yeah, but like Toxic Delusion, the other ones hit everything. That's why I like those.
I'll sideline it in a second, but Slaughter the Strong. Let me just look that up. Do we want Devoted Druid, though? Are we into Devoted Druid?
We don't have a way of... Like, all of our buff toughness effects are going to be mana for Devoted Druid, but a lot of our stuff is buff this creature, not buff any creature. So, I don't think so.
I don't know that Witchgrass Enchanter is a card. But no, we did not include Seedborn. Yet.
Did you get half and half between Witch Enchanter and Razorgrass Ambush?
I think that's what's happening. Yeah. Witch Enchanter is the...
Oh, somebody said it in chat. Got it, yeah.
What?
No, that's... you were reading off of somebody in chat. That's what I meant.
Right, correct.
We are not including Seedborn Muse only because we don't care about untapping our stuff most of the time. Seedborn Muse is just kind of going to be vigilant. It doesn't untap our commander, which can be good because Seedborn Muse lets us grind with our commander. But I think that we more so care about using our commander to just draw our entire deck in one turn, not to slowly stack up.
Damn well, we got a lot of creatures.
Indeed.
One other card someone mentioned was Crawl Space. This was earlier on. It's a goofy one. No more than 2 creatures can attack you each combat. I don't think that is necessary, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a cute one.
We are the wall. We don't care.
We are the wall. Agatha's Cauldron Lines.
We kind of already have several lines. I don't think we need Agatha's Cauldron, because worst case scenario, we're just beating the crap out of everybody with very, very big creatures.
We really need to adjust our land base here. Is there a core land that we're missing from this deck? I added Guy's Cradle. That's the only game changer I could think of that we really needed, Will.
Boseiju is one that we're missing.
Yeah, let's do that. Boseiju who shelters all... No. Boseiju...
Who endures.
Who endures.
Endures. We also have the enemy check lands.
Oh. What are they?
I don't know the ones for these colors off the top of my head.
Oh god. It's just...
Oh, it's because... Yeah, hold on. Nah. We have Bountiful Promenade, Undergrowth Stadium, and Vault of Champions. I knew Undergrowth Stadium. I did not know the other two.
Undergrowth Stadium. Undergrowth Stadium and Vault of Champions. How are we missing these?
Because I think that I built the deck that I pulled these from before these were printed. So...
do you want Surveil lands up in this bitch?
We can. If you want, we can. We have the Triumph in here, so... Actually, Triumph was after the enemy check lands.
Yeah!
I was running the enemy check lands.
The best interaction package in those colors are lands. Archdruid's Charm, Crop Rotation, with Talon Gates. Yeah, we're missing Talon Gates. We can go with like a handful of...
I don't think we care about Talon Gates.
But we can go for... Like, I get what you're saying, though, because if you Crop Rotation Talon Gates, that's pretty sick on the spot removal.
It's good.
Yeah, no, it's good. I don't... do you want to use Bajuka Bog? That's the other instantaneous thing we can do. I don't think that we're winning at instant speed, so Emergence Zone, not so much. I like Talon Gates of Madura. I do like Talon Gates, though. That's pretty sick. Well, it is of Madara, right? That's the one I'm thinking about. Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's Talon Gates of Madara.
Yeah, I like that, because crop rotation's going to hit that or Guy's Cradle, frankly. Okay, goddamn, Felothar, let's see what you're working with. Oh. Show me what you're working with. Shake that lizard, but watch yourself. All right. Well, we're going to start with artifacts, as every good deck does. We have Armatura di Worm del Scori. Is this really? Is this good enough? Is this 1 mana? I'm paying 4 for +6. I don't know, bro.
You're paying an extra 3 to draw 6 more cards off your commander's effect.
Yeah, but I'm paying 6 total for effect and the quip to draw 6. So it's like a mana per draw. Is that a good conversion?
So you're paying 6 mana in total to draw 6 cards plus whatever else the creature stats are on base.
Okay.
That is like our best grindy card because it lets us sacrifice our elves to draw 7 and discard 1.
What is the English version of this card? Why did it give me this one? Okay,
I don't know. It's
Slagworm armor.
Slagworm, yeah.
Devoted Druid, Swift Reconfiguration, Hazel Brewmaster, and Quillspike is being suggested. Axebane Guardian might be a dork to consider.
I'm currently trying to find something that just gives mass trample. That's my my current goal.
Where X is the number of creatures you control with Defender. Let's count the creatures we control with Defender, though, Steve.
We don't have a lot. I think we have like 2.
So well, we're good with this though. We got Meekstone, Wishclaw Talisman, Lightning Greaves.
I don't think Meekstone is doing a lot for us.
No, I don't think we're too worried about creatures untapping. To be frank with you, we've got 1 battle, and it's Invasion of Ikoria. We're gonna go over to sorceries.
Wizards is gonna be printing more battles in the future.
Yeah, don't worry about that. We got you covered. You know, honestly, with like all of the universes beyond stuff, like I could see Final Fantasy having a lot of cool battles. Like, can we introduce some there? Like, legitimately, there's a shit ton of battles, like actual fights that happen. Like the battles could just be the boss battles, and they could expand upon like the different subtypings of battles. But whatever, we just have Battle Siege for now, right? No, you don't go good. No, you don't get good. All right. We're taking Dam out for now. Culling Ritual's pretty good. Am I right?
I feel like that hurts us a ton. Maybe not Culling Ritual.
Damn. You hear that? He wants other people to reap the benefits of our low board.
That's the other card you cut, Patrick. Correct.
What?
Damn.
Mm-hmm. We've got Life, Death, Eldritch Evolution, Split Up. Trust me, it's better this way. Toxic Deluge, DT, FD.
Split Up? What are you? Some kind of weenie?
NR.
What is the actual flavor text of that? Actually, hold on.
Split Up. We'll read it together. Don't be a wimp. We'll cover more ground this way.
Yeah, I knew it was like some kind of insult where it's like, don't be a coward.
Yeah.
Don't be a wimp. We'll cover more ground this way.
Former survivor.
Former survivor. I love that. Just that little add-on that's like, he died.
As a wrath, the battle by water of Lord of the Rings. Yeah.
And then there's the other one of whatever happens, we need to stick together.
I'm gonna take out Postmortem Lunge for now because we do need to cut cards. We can cut a mess of lands though. How many basics you want to run? One of each?
One of each should be fine.
Do we have snows in here? You never know.
We don't.
Oh, we're filthy. We're filthy like that. Will, we got 35 lands. Which ones don't make the cut? We can use city.
Well, I think 35 is probably good for our land count right now because we're not running fast man or anything, so 35 is probably good.
I'm taking out Endotha Triumph.
Oh, how dare you!
And Ancient Tomb.
Turn 1 fetch if we don't have a dork.
Yeah, it's kind of true. I think we'll be good though, because most of our things are singular color, so we can sort of just focus the lands we need. But the Ancient Tomb is good to go, and
is Primal Rage really the cheapest? All your stuff is trample cards.
Are you trying to find all your stuff as trample cards?
Yeah, just so that we can finish more consistently. Because it's like if we get a 0-2000, then giving it trample kills. And I'm like, what's the best way to do that?
Is 14 instants enough, Will? We've got Deadly Rollick, Abrupt Decay, Assassin's Trophy, Benefactor's Drought, Crop Rotation,
It should be
Emerald
fine. If we're drawing
Charm.
20 cards in one go, then it's probably fine.
We didn't add any like buff spells, nor really any buff enchantments outside of Stone Skin. Behind the scenes is going to give us Skulk.
Agreed.
Is there like a totem armor that's worth considering?
Well, Totem Armor isn't in effect anymore. Now it's called some freaking other thing.
Are you serious?
It's kin. Not kin.
Beator, kin to all.
Hold on.
Someone suggested Beator kin to all in this deck, by the way, which I don't hate.
The new keyword is Umbra Armor.
Umbra armor. Sounds lame.
That's the Totem Armor effect. It's because all of them are Umbras, like Dog Umbra, Boar Umbra, Bear Umbra.
Is it a rotted?
Yeah.
Sweet. Nethroi as
You'll
Master
see, like,
Animate.
2 that have Umbra Armor on them.
Treefolk Umbra, my guy. Check this shit out. 3 mana. 3 mana. Get the fuck out of here for that shit. Sorry.
3 mana give +0/+2, and then they punch with their butts.
Punch with their butts. Sometimes you got to punch with your butt if you want to succeed. Hit all of these. Wait, no. Alond Umbra. For 2 mana, enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +0/+4 totem armor. Do you like any of the totem armors? Like, it's no. Not necessary. We kind of want the enchantment back, not necessarily the creature. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it.
All right, well, we get it. I'm just kidding.
I'm not a big fan. I don't help circulate air.
Oh, alrighty then. Will, we've got to cut 8 cards, and I think they're coming from creatures, so...
Probably.
All right, so...
I like the Angel, I like the Dog, I like the Arbor Elf. Archon of Emeria is maybe cuttable, only because Rule of Law does hurt us. But I will hold on to that.
I mean, I was should we do Deafening Silence instead? Aren't we just winning with creatures?
Yeah. Well, we play like 1 non-creature for our line, like what's it called?
And hopefully we'll put out a Grand Abolisher during the midst of...
What the frick is the enchantment called? It's
1 of 4.
Concordant Crossroads. Don't know why I could not remember that.
Oh, yeah.
We may want to cut Crystal Barricade, but that's a may.
Crystal Barricade's pretty good.
It's cool tech. I'm not gonna...
You were about to knock it. You were about to knock it before we even tried it, Will.
Maybe Doorkeeper Thrall.
Ooh, that's right. You want a new bouncer. Artifacts and creatures entering the battlefield don't cause abilities to trigger. You don't want to stop Thassa's Oracle?
People aren't playing Thassa's Oracle in like bracket 3 or 4. Well, some people
will. You don't... What? This is bracket 4?
Yeah.
But people will play Thassa's Oracle in bracket 4.
People don't really... Like, the Thassa's Oracle line in bracket 4 is people playing Primal Surge and putting their entire deck into play with Thassa's Oracle.
So you're saying Doorkeeper Thrall is not the bee's knees in this setting?
The death effect is probably more relevant than the ETB effect, and the ETB effect is actually also probably doing some decent work outside of other things.
It's pretty good.
It's probably fine.
And it's a 1/2.
Oh, only reason why I don't like Doorkeeper Thrall actually is because it stops our Samwise combo.
It would, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so it's Doorkeeper Thrall stops Samwise. The wall doesn't really... the barricade doesn't do a ton. And
a barricade, it's defensive, literally, in every aspect. We can take it out for now. 5 more cards, Will.
Alright, I think all of our other creatures are good. The only other thing is maybe Angelic Protector, but the only reason why I like Angelic Protector to stay in is because it's tutorable off Invasion by Ikoria, and none of our other... This getting targeted, it gets bigger. Things are...
Yeah, it has to be non-human.
It is the only non-human for our effects like that, but we could probably cut it because we have so many like 1 and 2 costs of it that I think that it's
What
probably
is
fine to cut
what
it.
is Invasion's best target?
Uh, let's see. Tireless is human.
Tree of Redemption? Like,
Yeah, the tree. It hits our trees. It hits our things that target stuff for free. So
yeah, yeah,
it
yeah.
can't find our angelic protector copies, but it can find the things that work with them.
The core cards. Yeah.
Yeah, it can find our core. It can't find our. Let's name the other effect after the
Task Force.
spiritualist.
Task Force
Uh,
1.
y- hmm?
Task Force. Wait, name the
Oh,
effects
we can do
that.
task force. Yeah. So
No, Task Force is in. Task Force is. Don't we
yeah,
have another one of these Task Force cards, or was it just Angelic Protector? Oh no, it's the Cleric. It's the two
yeah,
cost Cleric.
yeah. The 2 cost cleric. Yeah.
Dura.
We might have another one as well. I'm just double checking.
I think it
No,
was
we
just
don't.
those two,
Yeah,
bruh.
just those.
It was just those two, bruh. Okay, so Tireless
Land.
Tribe, Task Force 1, and Dura Spiritualist are our bread and butter. Is Shield Sphere necessary?
I think it's good enough, but we could cut it.
It's a 0 mana, pay 3, draw 6.
Yeah, it's just nice. It's
Yeah,
Wheel of
it's.
Fortune, but one-sided, and we don't discard our hand.
I do like a one-sided wheel. Delicious. I'm so hungry right now, by the way. I'm ready to feast. I'm ready to feast after we
Our instants are
wrap up
good.
this big
Our
booty.
sorceries.
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 My blade.
My blade.
I think
We honestly we could probably cut Stone
hmm,
Skin just because we don't need like a one-time buff. The utility of like the armor and other things doing multi buffs is probably better, and we're
how much are we realistically drawing with this deck turn to turn? Not much.
a little bit of extra. It's more like we're playing a tempo deck, play our commander, and then we just keep refilling until we find something big, and then start drawing a ton.
So we're gonna exchange your life total with Tree of Perdition's toughness. Sorry, Tree of Redemption. Tree of Redemption kind of sucks.
I mean, paying what is that 27 life to draw 40 cards is kind of worth it.
Exchange your life total with Tree of Redemption's toughness. So Tree of Redemption's toughness gets our life total?
Yeah,
Okay, well then, yeah, sure. Sure.
the trees are both very good,
Why are we.
especially considering the fact that you can steal someone's health and then smack somebody else on the next turn.
Surak and Goreclaw give all creatures trample, haste, and +1/+1. It's a 6 mana creature, though. Steve, say less. Does he give haste?
No.
He said he gave haste. Will.
Wait,
Whenever
this.
another non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, gets +1/+1 counter on it, gains haste until end of turn. If
Oh.
we lead with Surak in Goreclaw, honestly, yes. I don't mind. Is
Yeah.
this the only mass haste enabler that, other than Concordant Crossroads? I would like two. It would be nice if one was a creature.
Hmm.
Huh.
Yeah,
Would
no,
you,
because that gives mass haste, yes, we run this.
Will? Would you Eldritch Evolution Felothar just to put that down and then go to town? Like you don't need Felothar at that point if you've already done the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, we're using Felothar to draw all of the cards, and then when we draw all of the cards, we're probably drawing Surak and Goreclaw.
Right. But if we don't need Felothar. We need Surak and Goreclaw, and then we play the creatures.
Well, yes, but how are we getting those creatures? Usually by using Felothar to draw our whole deck with the one of the combos.
Right. Okay, so guys, to answer the question, why is Mirror Entity in the deck?
Potential win con.
Tomfoolery, strict
So, yeah,
tomfoolery. We could probably take
uh,
it out, but it's
well,
good.
the reason why it's in there to give the actual reason is we have
Not
Daru
tomfoolery.
Spiritualist,
Yeah.
which says whenever a cleric you control becomes a target of a spell or an ability, it gets +0/+2, and we're running all of the Nadu style things. Um, so what happens is we make all of our creatures clerics using the mirror, And then because everything is now a cleric, we give all of them +0 plus infinity. And then because of our commander, that means that they're all functional infinities and kill everybody.
Surak and Goreclaw, my two best friends. All right, well, we need to cut 4 cards, which means we need to cut more cards. If someone ever comes into the 99 lounge and talks some legendary fried chicken that was made during the Thicc Tribal stream, it was my chicken. I could do some. Oh my god, fried chicken sounds so good right now. You're really getting me, dude. Oh shit! What am I gonna eat after this, Will? That's what I'm thinking. Help me make
Fried
the cuts.
chicken.
Do we need Skulk? Do we need behind the scenes? I think not. I'm taking it out. I would rather Surak. Surak and pray. Surak and pray. Will.
Agreed. I can respect that. So 3 more.
Yeah. Do we? How many untappers do we need? Benefactor's Drought's the best one, realistically. To untap all of our dorks to continue lines of play. We could also honestly get rid of Instill Energy. I would say get rid of Instill. So I like Instill Energy because if we just attach that to our commander, we could like repeatedly draw on turn, pending mana.
Yeah, Instill Energy is just pretty good in general because the fact that it's an aura, it sticks around. We can get 2 of our commander activations a turn. I like it.
What's the other untap all creatures? Is there a reason we are not running Village Bellringer? Is there not a better Village Bellringer line than there is a Mirror Entity line?
Village Bellringer usually requires that you have some form of copy or flicker effect.
We can run 2 arms as well, which is basically another Benefactor's Drought. To arms is instant speed and tap all your creatures, draw a card.
Yeah, 2 arms, vitalize. There's a couple things.
Yeah, I vitalize is good. There's a sorcery speed one as well, mobilize. Do you want to run
I don't know how many untap effects we're gonna need in the deck because I think we really are just happy to use our commander's effect once per turn.
Right. I kind of just want it once. So I suggest Village Bellringer because it is a 1/4.
Yeah, the body is nice on Bellringer, but I don't think it has a ton of utility.
But it's real nice on Bellringer. Oh, if that's the case, Rival Arc becomes really good with Entity. Thoughts?
Let me...
Rival Arc the bird.
Rebel Arc.
Revel Arc, yeah. There's an infinite with Entity, Revel Arc, and Karmic Guide. 2 arms is going to go in the deck. I do want to adjust what we're seeing in this list really quick. I do want more mass untap as opposed to singular untap. And still energy is just good enough. 2 arms! Exclamation.
How the heck do you spell Revel Arc? Because I don't think that's correct in chat.
Hold
on, I'm going to try it again.
Isn't it just Revel Lark? Reveil Arc? Shit. I don't know. Dothy Embrace gives Shadow. No, we're good on that. We're good on the Shadow, Steve. I think that we want like mass. We want mass ways to get past mobs. I think.
Like behind the scenes.
Yeah, except we cut that. I don't know. It's just it's. I would rather it be on a body, honestly.
I would rather have the 2 mana. All of your stuff as trample enchantment.
Yeah, or that. Honestly, that just
cheaper.
Feels, and we're not even running that, so. But we could. Not to say we couldn't. All right, well, we need to cut. We need to cut 4 cards, sir. I'm gonna say Toxic Deluge.
I like it. It's.
Oh, do you?
Still,
I'm just kidding.
It's a good wipe. It's still a good wipe.
It's a. Search your library for a creature amount of value X or less and put it onto the battlefield. Nature's Rhythm. Yeah, it's pretty good with Guy's Cradle.
It
You know,
is.
we could just cut more lands. Well, we could cut more lands. We have 33 lands.
I, yeah, but I think we want 33 lands. I think we do want more lands because we don't have fast mana. So
Yeah, but we don't have ways to pour these lands out. Should we add ways to like land ramp in this deck? Is there
nah,
good land ramp
playing
in
one
this
per
deck?
turn should be good because we're pretty low curve. I almost want to say, do you want to cut the Protean Hulk pile just for the sake of deck space? Because I think we'd get there without Protean Hulk.
You would just want Mirror Entity to
Well,
do.
just making things ridiculously big and punching hard.
It is Revelark.
Okay, it's 2 L's, that's why.
Thank
Yeah,
you, by the
that makes
way.
sense.
Oh my god, I still can't spell it. Okay. Revelark for 4 generic and a white, 4/3 body
Yep.
flying. Revelark
It's to
leaves the battlefield.
reanimate 2 things with power 2 or less, and it has a Vook. When it leaves, it reanimates 2 things.
Right, so
So
Karmic Guide and.
yeah, you use Karmic Guide and Revelark, and then you have Mirror Entity paying 0 infinite times to get infinite death triggers. I think that's the line that was being referenced.
True. V true. Is E Honda good enough?
It's a win con because if we play that with a massive hand and Concord in the Crossroads, that's everything gets infinitely big.
Isn't Surak just better? No.
Uh,
No, it's not. Okay.
Surak requires us to do the whole cleric setup. E Honda doesn't. E Honda won't do anything.
Don't hate getting rid of the Protean Hulk line. Because
Okay.
that just like cleans up a lot of this. So we would get rid of Protean Hulk. We'd get rid of Carrion
Hulk,
Feeder.
Sam, Carrion Feeder, and the cat.
And that literally puts us at. I think that just puts us at count.
Yep.
All right. Lads and ladies. Here we have it. Felothar the Steadfast. Yes. Thicc Tribal. Let's see how thick we can make it, though. I'm excited to find out.
Get down with the infinite thickness.
Yeah, I'm going to get a shake after this, I think. A nice thick shake to wash down this delicious Felothar Steadfast deck. So, guys, if you enjoyed the stream so far, feel free to leave it with a like. It goes a long way. I appreciate it. Thank you for helping with this community build. I love doing these brews with you. It's great having this sort of hive mind working on a list. I think we've got something pretty decent here. We're going to assign it to a bracket after the fact. Let's go for it. Let's see what we can do. All right. Will, we've got Bountiful Promenade, Soul Ring, Wishclaw Talisman, Orcish Bowmaster, 2 Arms, Finale of Devastation, and Dranith Magistrate. Is this a good enough hand? 1 lander.
1 lander is
30,
probably how many dorks?
33 lands in all the dorks.
Okay, Soul Ring. That's the main thing. So if we get another green source, we can finale for Birds of Paradise, and then all of our mana problems are all fine.
Let's just give ourselves a little peeky poo to see if this is a hand worth playing. We've got Split Up at the top, and then the next card's Collector Oof. We're totally fucked. With all the lands,
I would not have kept this. I'm glad that I would not have kept this.
Yeah, no, same. So we've got 2 lands. One's Basic Forest, one's Bayou. So we're missing a color for our Nomad's Encore, which is fine. Nomad's Encore is kind of goofy. It's really just there for. It's just a combo piece, really.
Yeah.
This is a bad hand as well. We're really looking for a 1 mana dork to start with. Bloom Tender's fine, but
yeah, we have a turn 2 Bloom Tender, and then we can play. We can't play any of the white things yet because we don't have colors, but we have Collector Oof and Bloom Tender at least to set up. But yeah, we need to get white from something, and then we can do our thing.
Let's just get a hand with a dork, could we?
If we're gonna take the white source, that Bloom Tender hand was beautiful, but
yeah, we've got a really awkward. We keep seeing Mirror Entity, and like we don't need Mirror Entity from the start. I'm kind of hating that. This hand has a lot of mana more than. I'm surprised we have 33 lands and we're getting fucked.
That's why I said let's have 33 lands.
I mean, we've played other decks where that's not been the issue, but yeah, I get you. All right, this is just weird. We're not seeing a singular dork. I'm gonna just jump out of here and count the amount of dorks we have and make sure we have the right amount because I'm confused. We've got Arbor Elf, Absence Pilgrim, Birds of Paradise.
We are literally running all of the dorks
Shaman,
except for
Halfling,
Boreal Druid and Delighted.
No, I even put Delighted Halfling. So
Oh, you did? Okay, then yeah, we're literally just missing Boreal Druid. The crap.
Okay. Try that again. I mean, I am notorious for having bad luck, so it could just be me. I want a fucking hand with a 1-cost dork, please. Thank you. Okay. Now we'll start. Now we'll start the game. And I'll keep it. It's a 1-lander. I'll still keep it. I'm still curious. Okay. We got Arbor Elf here. We're not casting E Honda. We're probably gonna res him, so I'm not too worried about it. One other thought I had is Mikaeus Unhallowed for Intimidate.
Oh.
I mean, honestly, we could win with Mikaeus and Phyrexian Devourer, right? Isn't that a thing?
Do you mean Triskelion?
Triskelion.
Oh no, yeah, Phyrexian Devour is the exile your deck guy. Actually, no, you need a Necrotic Ooze to do the Phyrexian Devour thing. But
we're gonna go green black here, I think. So we'll go with not Overgrown Tomb. What's it called? Bayou. Born on a bayou. All right, we're going to get the Bayou out. We're going to play the Arbor Elf. Everything's peachy. Everything's peachy. We're going to top deck a land. Trust me. Trust me. It happens every time.
Even if we don't top deck a land, we play Arcane Signet, play Delighted Halfling, and then we have 4 mana turn 2, which is pretty much all we need.
Yeah, we didn't top deck a land. I think 33 is low. Maybe 36. It's really not low, though.
Well, the thing is, we're not running fast mana either. Usually we're running Mox Diamond, Chrome Mox, Lotus Petal, Mana Vault. So this is about the same that we usually have for a cEDH deck if you are counting 0 mana ramp sources.
Yeah. Do we play the Boseiju as our land per turn?
We could.
I say we do.
We could play it and then crop rotation it for Gaia's Cradle and then have even more green.
Yeah, no, I like that quite a bit. Do we?
Our only white source is still Delighted Halfling. That's my one concern, but we can.
Oh no, we got Arcane Signet. Arcane Signet.
Oh yeah, never mind. I forgot that we played that. Yeah.
I'll crop rot here. That's fine. We can crop rot for Talon, and we'll get Gaia's Cradle out. Shuffle. Okay. So we got Gaia's Cradle. We'll probably use this for double green. That's the generic in the green. Actually, for our commander.
We could tap everything, play our commander, then tap for triple green, and then cast our tutor to find another dork or one of our 1-drops that do dumb things. If we find the core, we win next turn.
It doesn't need to be a green creature, right? Okay,
no.
So you want to do 1, 2, 3,
so we need
4.
To pay 6 mana for the other thing, and then 9 in total because of the our commander's cost.
So, all right,
we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
5, 6, 7, 8. If we top deck a land, we win next turn. If we find a core off, actually, we can find a.
I'm not sure.
We can find our 1 cost that lets us discard cards to make it bigger. That's probably the find.
Okay. So, I mean, we just tap for 3 here.
Yeah,
get Tireless Tribe.
Tireless Tribe.
So it's like, noting that we can only put 1 land down per turn. The thing is, normally you'll run like 28 to 29 lands in a cEDH setting, but you've got like Chrome Mox things to help you stabilize. Of all the decks we've built and play tested over the years, I have not had this much bad luck with starting hands. That's all I'll say. We're normally good. I feel like we're normally good. Yeah, I don't think we need to change anything. I don't think we need 36 lands. I don't know that we need land ramp, and I don't know that we need fast mana. We just need dorks. We just need to fucking see the dorks, ideally.
Just need to find all that mana that we have in the deck.
Or like any of the low-end tutors to get them. Just we didn't see anything. The only thing we're not running is Green Sun Zenith, I guess.
Yeah, but we shouldn't need Green Sun Zenith. Well, anyways, we have the their Tireless Tribe in play, and then we go to our next turn and we get to do fun things.
Do you think people will kill Tireless Tribe?
Potentially, but we'll say that they don't.
Okay, so what are we dumping? Everything, right?
Depending on what we draw, yes, everything. But I need to.
We have Voice of Victory. We drew nature's natural state.
Yeah, we discard everything.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we've got these. That increases our defense by 16. He is a 117. I will use Gaia's Cradle for this.
Yep, agreed.
Tap here. We've got 1 green floating. Just poison counters to signify that. Kill this. We'll draw 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's all the fucking lands, dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And all of our dorks. But no real utilities. 1 finale. What do we have here? What do we have here? Did we keep Emerald Charm?
Let me see. It's an instant.
Yeah.
We did. We kept Emerald Charm.
Right. Emerald Charm's deep is it untaps a target permanent. So I'm like, we could untap Guy's Cradle if we pulled it, but we did not.
Well, we can play land for turn.
Yeah. Which land?
Whichever you prefer.
I mean, I guess
what caught your fancy, Patrick?
I kind of want to thin the deck, but I would want to go for Scrubland. Actually, green and white would be really nice if we can get our Savannah. Polluted Delta doesn't do that for us. Command Tower is just the best option then with all of this.
Yeah.
Sure, fine. We'll go for Command Tower. Let's see here. This is pretty bad.
We just probably play all the dorks that we can here.
Yeah, and build up and then let them culling ritual us. Do I just play the Collector Roof at the end of this as well, I suppose?
Yeah, I think that we just want to build a board because it doesn't make us lose any mana because we're going down 1 mana but going up 1 off of Guy's Cradle. We're losing Signet but getting green for Guy's Cradle, and we care more about number than we do about is it better to end on the doggo that taps equal to power or taps equal to toughness?
It's just a little bit more resilient than these dorks. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're still floating a green, so that means we have 6 mana.
Mm-hmm.
Birds, elf, dog.
No oof.
No oof. We don't need oof.
Okay. Okay, so we'll do the floating green. We'll do bloop, bloop, and bloop. And then we'll go. Where's the bird? It's right there.
It's the fancy art next to oof.
Shpoop. Do we want to save 1 mana for something?
We don't have a 1 mana instant in hand. I mean, other than Noxious, but Noxious is Phyrexian.
No, don't we have natural? Oh, never mind. I thought we had removal.
We discarded it to draw.
Yeah, okay. That's that. We will keep Noxious Revival in hand, though, and we'll dump all of these lands outside of, I think, Scrubland. We'll keep the tutors. Do the Fine Hornells instead. We like them a little bit better. We can probably dump 1 of these dorks. That's fine. And then, damn, dude. We've got 3 tutors, 1 land drop for next turn. I mean, honestly,
we're winning next turn.
We should be, yeah, so it doesn't really matter. We have Assassin's Trophy. Do you want to just dump the trophy? Nah, dump the elf. Dump the oof.
So we have a flashback tutor in graveyard, and we just need to find 2 creatures. So it's probably better to dump Oof. I don't even think we need Imperial Seal right now because we already have backup with 3 tutors.
Yeah,
So
but between that and all the lands we just discarded, it's like it's fine. I think what we want to do, what we could do, is Noxus revival the tireless tribe, and or like you were saying, we just have we do just have the rhythm,
yeah.
nature's rhythm. What would you prefer?
All right. Well,
Well, I mean, we could
we go.
still Noxious revival the tireless tribe and nature's rhythm.
I mean, we just get there. Like with Finale and Ikoria, we just get there.
All right, next turn.
Mm-hmm.
We got a bountiful promenade. Beautiful. Love it. It sounds like we need green, so we will probably use the bountiful promenade. Oh, we've got Guy's Cradle. We'll do Scrubland.
Yeah, we have enough green. I'm pretty sure we have enough green.
Yeah. All right, sir. What's the biggest defense? It could be more with Tireless Tribe, Will. It could have been more. Arbor Adherent could have tapped for so fucking much.
Well, Arbor Adherent is about to tap for 2 billion, so... Well, not 2 billion, it's about to tap for probably 66.
You just want to grab... You want to grab the Encore and the Cleric, I guess? Or
Encore and then the... What the frick are you called? Spiritualist.
Dura.
Daru.
How do we want to pay for Finale? You just want to pay flat out, like Fine Horn?
Literally tap Guy's Cradle and then boom, we're good.
Yeah, do we want to save it though? Is there any reason to sequence this differently?
Our dog is giving us so much mana that I think we're fine.
We're gonna tap here then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will play the finale. Sorry, 6 total. We'll play the Finale of Devastation. That's so excessive. Finale probably get Ranger.
No. So the Finale for
Ranger Captain.
2. Finale for 2 finding Daru.
I want to do Finale for 3. Get the Ranger Captain.
Ranger Captain, stop people from interacting. Yeah, that's better. Yeah. But then we do wait. Because remember, Invasion of Ikoria cannot find.
It'll get the Spiritualist, isn't it?
The Spiritualist is a human.
Is it human?
Yeah.
This thing is human.
And Ranger Captain of Eos is also human.
Where the fuck is the Spiritualist? Hold up.
Daru.
Daru
Spiritualist. It's
errata
to be human. Also, I know it does not look human. It looks like a freaking scarecrow.
Wait. What's the other one then? What's the other one? Oh shit, they're human too.
All of them are human except for the angel, and we took out the angel.
Well, we have Eldritch Evolution as well, so I'm fine just doing that. So let's get Ranger Captain regardless.
Eldritch Evolution sacrificing whatever for Ranger Captain of Eos.
Yeah, we'll tap the whatever, by the way, to do that. So Ranger Captain of Eos is going to come in. It's going to get the Nomads and Core.
Yep. And then we crack Ranger Captain of Eos. Boop. And then after that, we are going to play the Encore for a white, play the Finale, finding the Daru Spiritualist, and then we are going to make it as big as we need it to be, and then gain a ton of mana off of the doggo.
Okay, so let's just illustrate this. Turn 5 is pretty okay for this. We're going to do one more play test before we close this out, though, guys. I just want to make sure that this list is where we want it to be. So these are the important cards right now. Nomads and Core is just going to target the Daru Spiritualist. It does include itself in this because it is a human cleric. It's going to get +2. No one should be able to cast spells. If they do try to interact with us at this point, we could just keep layering this on top of itself, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so bloop, 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 bloop. We're going to tap Arbor Adherent for what would be infinite, right? And is it in any combination?
So
any one color?
We're going to tap it for 66 or whatever our library count is because we don't want to overdraw off of our commander.
Right. Is there another cleric out here actually?
If we sacrifice the Daru, we get it back with another reanimate.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we'll do not 66. Let's do 60. Let's leave 4 cards in the deck. Or I guess it would be 61 technically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we'll leave 3 cards in the deck. That's fine. So we'll tap for what color do you want? Noting that black would be the reanimate.
Yeah, because are we floating any green or anything
We're
right
out
now?
of floating green. I've kept the
Okay.
Arbor Elf up. We haven't played land per turn.
We just. No, you did scrub. You did scrub his land for turn.
Oh, we did miss a land. You're right.
It's fine though, because from here we can just say black, sacrifice, get a reanimate, get back the Daru, and then we can use an untap effect on the dog, tap the dog for white, untap the dog, tap the dog for green, infinite mana.
Right. So we need to go up by. We've got 61 mana.
We have infinite black mana, basically infinite black mana.
Right. I just want to keep track of it, regardless.
We don't need to keep track of it.
I'm keeping track of it. Wait, so we're gonna just put deck in hand, basically.
Yeah,
so,
everything but 3 cards.
oh God, I don't want to do that.
We have to discard a card, Patrick. It's very
Yeah,
difficult. I know.
yeah. I'll do it now. Arid Mesa.
Actually,
let's
is it
just.
better to do white and then just play all of the? No, the guys.
Well, like we've
already.
got.
So we do black. We do black mana.
Yeah, we have 2 arms as well to untap everything. All right, so guys, basically at this point, with deck in hand, what we're gonna do is. Sorry. Oh my god, I hate when my hand's too big. I'm just trying to pull out the core cards. We do want Surak and Goreclaw. We do want
long and short. We're just gonna play Surak and Goreclaw. We're gonna reanimate the 100 Hands guy from our graveyard, and then we're going to attack with everything, and then they're all going to be 60/60s with trample. And we untap everything with just some untap effect.
Honestly, we have 2 arms in here too. But yeah, so basically, if we lead with Surak and Goreclaw, the thing is, we want to, like Will was saying, reanimate the dude first, buff the dude, use the Arbor Adherent to get us the green we need for Surak and Goreclaw. We don't really need to do it that way.
Should theoretically be able to get the green from just Arbor Elf and Bayou.
Right. Yeah, there's 1,000,001 different ways to establish this. Yeah,
we're good. Long and short, we're good.
Yeah, we've got Lightning Greaves now too, so that's our other like target utility. But basically, we
probably drew into the other thing, the other target guy in our deck. The what are they called? You like them? Freaking 3-mana 1. What are they freaking called?
The force, task force.
We can just play the task force for 1 white and then buff the heck out of the task force and then do untap stuff with the dog, or we could reanimate the big white guy in our graveyard and play Surak and Goreclaw, play Concordant Crossroads, attack game.
If we want to cheat out Surak and Goreclaw, if we're worried about mana cost, it could be the one thing we discard in this instance too, and we reanimate it with a different reanimate spell. Yeah. But the thing is, we're also holding Mirror Entity, so at this point, like Mirror Entity can make everything a cleric. We can buff everything's defense. Surak and Goreclaw.
Mirror Entity can also just make everything a 60/60.
Yeah, just base 60/60 at this point. So yeah, it gets there. There's it's convoluted, but it gets there. I think that's sort of the deal of the deck to begin with. I gotta say, that did not illustrate any sort of hampering of our opponents. It was sort of just like it's kind of a selfish keep. Like we didn't really do much to interact with the game. I got to say. So we need to just rectify that. Let's see what we can do here.
Man, if that had a land in it, that'd be great.
Yeah, it'd be fucking great, wouldn't it? Hey, there's a plains. Am I keeping it? Nope. Okay.
No, we need a green source, and we just got nothing. We don't keep this hand.
Fucking crazy. Am I crazy right now? All right, Will. Do you want to add lands to this?
I am a firm defender of 35 lands is probably a good idea.
All right, let's add some...
Oh my gosh, yeah, I just saw why you're saying, am I crazy?
Yeah, let's add some... I don't know. I don't want to...
Screw Dauntless Dismantler and Collector Oof, I guess?
Yeah, but like we're just removing more effective means of stopping our opponents. But I guess
Dauntless
we have
Dismantler
No, well,
got significantly less useful now that Dockside's gone.
yeah.
Collector Oof it's disruption, but I don't think it's hardcore disruption. And in people aren't doing a ton of artifact ramp in bracket 4, with the exception of artifact decks.
What lands do we want to add in here? Do we just want to add some basic snows, or do we want to add more functional duels? Are we missing any duels? I guess the surveil lands people mentioned.
You added the Verges, right?
I did add the Verges.
Yeah.
I want to get one more playtest in, but we'll try it in just a second. This is the weirdest shit I've ever had. Dude, we've played decks with so few lands and it's never an issue. Like in not miss land drops per turn. The fact that we have a higher land count than average of any other deck and we're just not seeing lands is crazy. Wastewood Verge. We've got the Verge lands in here. And we have the enemy checks.
Green, black, and white, black. So it's white, green is the last one, and it's not called Verge.
I'll add the Triumph then. I can add the Triumph back into the deck.
Hushwood Verge.
Hush.
It is called Verge still.
Baby, hush. Is it the last Verge we're missing?
There's only 3 Verges.
All right. I'll add the Triumph then, and I think we can call it a day with that. Okay. Let's try this again. Playtest. And we start with the Triumph, because of course we start with the Triumph. Of course we start with it in our hand. There isn't much better to do with this. This isn't a really good hand. This is not a good hand. We want some form of ramp, ideally. We don't have much ramp, mind you. What, 1 in less than 10? D Halfling, though. Talon Gates of Madura. This is, there's a lot of mana here, dude. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's mana and our draw effect, so
right.
We can refill our hand. I do like this.
Yeah, I don't honestly hate it. So okay, let's keep this. Draw for turn. Guys, Cradle. Okay, Misty Rainforest. Misty Rainforest is going to grab. Our 2. It's just even split between black and white now, so either one will do. Our hand is representing white though, so I'll just go Savannah. Shuffle, Delighted Halfling. Pass. Next turn. Razor Verge Thicket. Now we're getting all the lands. Look at us.
There they are.
Look at us. We'll do the other land here. We'll get the green and black one.
Actually, do we want to fetch for the Triumph and then just play 4?
We've got shit all else to do. Yeah. Why not?
We have the opening. Might as well.
Do you want to drop the tribe? Is that what you were just suggesting? Just to have them down?
I keep mixing up tribe and Encore's effect.
No, it's okay. I feel
Charles' tribe is probably fine to drop here.
Probably, he says. Probably. Okay, next turn. I'm gonna shuffle a couple more times. And Bountiful Promenade. That's right. That's what happens when you add 2 more lands, dude. The game. It's like what is the? I don't. Okay, we don't need any more fucking lands. Let me just put it blunt.
Well, if you want here, we theoretically could Gaia's Cradle, player commander, and then flash in the Gates of Madara just as ramp. Right? Do we have enough mana to do that? So it's gonna be
1, 2,
we need
3,
1 more for commander.
4.
We're short.
Yeah, 5.
We can do that next turn.
Sure, we'll still play our commander here though.
Yeah, we can play
that'll be the double green.
Either Guy's Cradle or the Verge. Either one's fine.
Yeah, we'll keep the Triumph active to pretend like we have some shit to do. All right, Prismatic Vista. Yay! I'm telling you, this is the dumbest shit I've seen.
Well, you know what's totally fine about all that though? We're discarding all these cards in our hand to draw
half
20.
half of these are going to be lands. Wait for it. Okay. Do we want to cheat in the Talon Gates? Do we
No.
care? We're over it.
Cards with more than one land ramp.
All right. So we're going to get rid of 1, 2, 3,
6.
4, 5.
6.
You don't want to split up.
So nah, we're fine. We'll draw into Toxic Deluge.
6,
Same thing.
6 by 4 is 24, 25. We draw 25. We draw a quarter of our deck.
Yep. Smells like a Yargle Maltani situation to me. Drawing about a quarter of your deck off of one card seems pretty good.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. Do it this way. Okay. All right. So
now the actual question is: do we want to say that we did this on an opponent's turn so that we keep up mana?
Yeah, 1,000%. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we keep our hand.
Yeah. So that's fine. We'll keep the hand going into this turn. We'll do this, and we will draw. What do we discard from this before we draw for turn?
No. We keep full. Oh no, the one discard. Yeah.
As per effect, I guess like a basic swamp.
Yeah, probably land. We're not playing all of them.
Yeah, because we've got. Was I right about half of these being lands? No, a shit ton of them are though. I'm not gonna sift through this though. We'll draw for turn. Llanowar Elf. All right. Let's see. Can we go for game? Not really. Emerald Charm is in hand.
Actually.
Hold up. We've got a reanimate effect. We've got a DT. Sorry, I just need to put these out here so I can see what we're working with. We don't need the elves. We've got so many tutors. Tree of Perdition, but we're not going to do that. We're going to go for the... we are going to go for our reanimate on the guy. Is that our best reanimate effect? It really is. Okay. Do we want to throw a land down from this real quick, or do we just want to draw first?
We can throw down a land, throw down Soul Ring. Because we can draw the rest of our deck right now.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, that's not going to hurt us. So what is the least offensive land? Oh, Command Tower. That's pretty good.
Make sure not to discard, or make sure not to overdraw. We got to math it a little bit.
I'll do a Delighted Halfling for the Soul Ring, and then we will go for a Death here. Death is going to make us lose life. I'm not too concerned about that, but we'll tap the Soul Ring in the Indatha Triome to give us Death. Death will bring back, obviously, our... Where are you, buddy? Tireless Tribe. Okay, so this is turn 4. This isn't so bad. I think we keep the Emerald... What do we keep from this pile? I guess the Emerald Charm's useful just for the mana, the excess mana from Guy's Cradle, potentially. Anything...
Actually, so we have Invasion Vicoria in hand... and Concordant Crossroads. Tap Guy's Cradle for 3 here. Get Concordant Crossroads. 4, 5 mana. Are we floating anything? Like one colorless off the
one
Soul Ring?
We're floating. We are floating one colorless off the Soul Ring for the Death.
So 4, 5, 6. We are one short from being able to get the dog out and then play Concordant Crossroads to draw, to make a ton of mana.
You want the dog.
So Invasion of Ikoria can get us the dog, but the issue is then we don't have sufficient mana to give the dog haste with Concordant Crossroads.
Are you sure? We have Emerald Charm. We can tap for... Hold up. So, like, if we...
never mind. Because of Emerald Charm, we're good.
Let's do Savannah for, like, one more green body. We're going to make up the difference in a second. We could just put the Priest of Titania down. Because Priest of Titania in a... there's only one elf. Oh, fuck.
We can... if we play Concordant Crossroads, we can play out every dork from our hand, which is just one other elf.
Yeah, no. I'm trying to get the most out of Emerald Charm and Guy's Cradle here. And then we can have Concordant Crossroads, and we should draw into... I'm sorry. Do we have a way to just use the Task Force that's in our hand? No, we don't have the... Because
We don't
like
have
we don't.
Swift for boots or core. We could invasion for core. We can do that instead
I
of
mean,
doing
we're
reanimate.
we're also just neglecting the fact that we're about to draw a shit ton here with Tireless Tribe. So like we can.
Well,
Would
we
get
don't even need to do Tireless Tribe. I didn't even notice we had the Task Force. We can play Task Force and then play Invasion of Ikoria X equals 1, and then we get there.
with the Nomads Encore.
Y-
Well,
Uh,
this is more mana efficient
no,
to
I'm
just
saying,
draw
yeah,
big.
no mod. Yeah, Encore, yeah. But, Tireless Tribe is probably just better.
Yeah,
Uh,
we're already knee deep in it, so we might as well go for it. Do you want to?
yeah.
So how do we get the concurrent crossroads down? Do we want to do command tower crossroads,
Well,
and then priest of Titania for Llanowar elves?
if we wanted, we could do so. Savannah for Concordant Crossroads, Gaia's, or sorry, Command Tower for Findhorn Elves, tap Findhorn Elves, and then I guess tap Guy's Cradle for. Oh no, we have one floating as well, so we can
My
do Findhorn Elves and Priest of Titania.
it's generic though. My
Yes, but so it's a generic, but we tap the elf, the Llanowar Elves for 1, and then play Priest of Titania with the floating 1.
Yeah, I guess my concern is that we only have green mana after this.
Yeah, but we're cheating in the dog, and the dog is green mana.
Okay, so concordant. Oh, sorry. So we're gonna
Or the dog
do.
is any color. I mean, that's what I meant. And then so we have Priest of Titania tapping for 2,
Wait, am I
and
looking
then
at Benefactor's Drought? I'm sorry. Someone just. No, we don't have Benefactor's Drought here. I would love Benefactor's Drought, but yeah, we don't have it. Okay.
so we have 2 mana. We can Emerald Charm to untap Guy's Cradle, tap Guy's Cradle for 5,
I'm gonna play
and then
the.
that's 6 in total. Wait,
Should
isn't that still the same problem?
should we play the Avacyn's Pilgrim?
Do we have Absence Pilgrim?
Yeah,
Where?
right here on the field. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 creatures. We tap Guy's Cradle. Right. So we tap Guy's Cradle.
Okay.
We tap for 5 mana. We are still floating that generic, which is fine. And then we play Emerald Charm to untap Guy's Cradle. And then we go up to 9. I mean, I guess we could play that other dork first.
Yeah.
Right. And that evens itself out, right? Yeah.
Yeah, because
Okay.
the dork lets us pay for Absence Pilgrim. The dork is free.
The dork is free. No, but you can
Yeah.
draw into. Yeah, we can draw into Benefactor's Drought. Yeah, or 2 arms. That's why I wanted the Avacyn's Pilgrim. Like I would like to see 2 arms here. But like Will was saying, I think we're going to try to prioritize this Invasion of Ikoria now. So we've got 1 generic, 9 green, after tapping Guy's Cradle again. So let's go Invasion for 6. Correct. So 1 generic and then 5.
Well, X equals 4. 6 mana into Invasion. X equals 4.
Correct. So we have 4 green floating. We're going to get the doggo. What's his name? Arbor Adherent? Arbor Adherent.
Yes.
Okay, so Arbor Adherent is down now. Arbor Adherent is going to just fuck off for a second because we need to do something with our boy. All right, Tireless. All right, Will. What are we dumping? Land?
Discarding everything
That's
except
2,
for the combo
3,
guy. The task force.
4, 5, 6.
And the other things that we have like on hand in play.
7, 8,
we're keeping the
9,
2 tutors.
10. Wait. How much is 10? That's 40 cards?
Yeah, 41 cards.
41.
Which should
45,
be enough to find a win.
Yeah, 45, 49, 53.
We can keep Wish Claws. Well,
53.
we can discard it though. It doesn't really matter.
I'm just keeping these just to make sure our math is good. So that's 53 draw right there. If we keep these, and then that leaves us with 50. That leaves us with 5 cards in deck. We should win here. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So before we do that, we'll tap here. We have 4 green floating. What do you want to generate? What is the mana that's going to matter going into this?
Probably black, because we can use we can discard the guy and then reanimate him for black. How much green floating do we have?
4 green floating, and this is 53 draw. So this is 53. It's 53
Yeah.
power. So 53
And we still
black.
have a white up with Avacyn's Pilgrim, so we should be good.
And we still have a white up with Avacyn's Pilgrim, correct? So
Yeah.
yeah, we'll go black just to give ourselves the black. We'll use the black. Go down by 3. Kill the Tireless Tribe. And now we're going to go ahead and draw 53. I don't really want to do that. I just want to pull the cards we actually need. Oh, shit. I guess we need to see what's at the bottom of the deck. So the last... okay, so this is how we're going to do it. So the last 5 cards are Crop Rotation, Deadly Rollick, Deathrite Shaman, Bloom Tender, and Hushwood Verge. Okay, none of those cards are important to us. So the cards we do actually need are in the deck. We have Concordant Crossroads already. Surak requires 2 green. How do we want to finish this? I mean, there's...
We can show the other one. We can show the mirror combo.
Didn't we? I mean, what did we illustrate last time? Surak, I guess. Surak prior.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. So
Yeah.
let's just tutor the cards we need. So we need Mirror Entity.
Mirror Entity, the freaking what's it called? Daru Spiritualist, and then Lightning Greaves.
Okay. So if we have an issue with mana, we can just pull Benefactor's Drought. It's important to note that both 2 arms and Benefactor's Drought have a mandatory draw. So
yeah,
we
can untap the doggo, or we can just discard one of them and then reanimate it using black mana, and then we have the 1 white we need. So we're fine.
Yeah,
we do the thing.
Right. But yeah, if we did need additional white, what we could do is Benefactor's Drought to get the dog back to tap for the 5 white minimally, but we're good here. So we're gonna go 1 white with Avacyn's.
Also,
we do need 2
we have
white,
a Starrock and Goreclaw just as trample.
Sure, I guess. I mean, we could do that after the fact, right?
Yeah, we're good. I'm just saying that's a thing that we'll use to get through blockers because someone might bring it up.
Right. So we do need the additional white to play Dura Spiritualist, so we will need the Benefactor's Drought because we don't have like a Chrome Mox or something.
We discard 1 card and then we can reanimate.
Oh,
the thing
yeah.
We discard, so we can get around it.
That's true. We shouldn't have an issue with reanimate. So the way this is going to function, again, same thing. You can invest as little or as much as you want into a Mirror Entity. Just make sure that the value is at least 1. All of our things that are currently on the board are going to become clerics. And then we use the Lightning Greaves to buff everything up to infinite toughness.
525,600 toughness.
Right. So once we do that, you can play Surak and Goreclaw for the trample, the mass trample, or literally just flood the board with all of our creatures. Right. Or honestly, most all of our creatures.
Between Instill Energy and all the other untap effects we have in the deck, the dog should make us enough mana. Well, the dog's making us infinite mana now. We should be able to put every single creature into play, pay 1 more mana into Mirror Entity, make all the new stuff into clerics, and then make everything infinitely big.
Woo! Okay.
We got there.
Yeah, we got there. On turn 4, technically. Okay, Will, thoughts on Felothar, and we're gonna put this in a bracket in just a second.
Deck works. It honestly could probably compete with cEDH as it's built right now, but it's definitely probably bracket 4 for me.
Yeah, I kind of want to trim it a little bit more. I like what it's doing and I like where it's at. It's weird. It's like it's not really doing what I thought it would do. Like was really hoping that it would be like a Stacks Mander, slow the game down. We're not really.
We're punching hard.
Yeah, we're not really running much interaction. We're just trying to like go big, and then drive it home. Like we're a very. I almost feel like we should run. We should run. I don't know, man. I feel like we could, if we were to like speed this up, it would actually be really effective at just doing the thing. If we can get our commander down like that, and then just cheat out whatever draw engine or what. It's awkward because like you do the thing and then you wait, typically, right? Like both times we did the thing and waited.
Yeah, but that was because like awkward land drops and also just needing to wait, but I think that if you wanted to build this in cEDH, you'd probably set it up to be more consistent, where you just play your commander, pass the turn, and then on the next turn play Nomad, crack Nomad, fill up your hand, have enough control to survive a turn, then win on the next turn.
I like it.
If you wanted to do it in like a cEDH way, I think that's probably how you would do it. But
right.
It's definitely a really powerful deck, just by the fact of, oh yeah, you can play one card and then draw 20 to 30 cards, and then if you don't win off of that, you have several infinite draw combos.
Is the all right, so I mean, I think honestly, I think this is an optimized deck. I think that this is, I don't know that it's going to be better than any cEDH list, but it's going like the right pace. I got to say, all those turns, we didn't really have interaction. We didn't really have any protection. We were sort of balls to the wall on just doing the one thing really quickly. And if our opponents are smart enough, wise up on our strategy, they'll like stunt us. They should probably kill the Tireless Tribe if they see it, because it's bad news. There's no good way to like cheese it really quickly unless it's in our hand and we just wait. Like I don't think we're supposed to play it out.
Yeah.
The
line would be play our commander, pass the turn for summoning Thicc, and then play Tireless Tribe. If it lands, then you go, okay, I discard card responses. No, discard another responses. Repeat.
Right.
Crack it to our commander.
Right.
Or play Tireless Tribe, then pass so that we can draw on the opponent's turn and keep up our whole hand.
Would there be any reason to put like the One Ring into this deck or any other staples that we're not seeing, like Necropotence, ad nauseum?
Not really any major utility for Necropotence off the commander. Kind of same thing with the One Ring, but the One Ring's probably fine just because it fuels up Nomad's Encore a little bit better.
Yeah.
If we increase ad nauseum, we could probably get away with ad nauseum if we changed our win cons and got rid of a couple of our higher cost cards. You could probably make this a Nas deck.
Right, and that's interesting. There's a suggestion of like more reanimate effects. Like we could bump the reanimate count and like push this even just a little bit quicker. More reanimate, more untap, more draw, more mana, more yada yada. It's funny because like, is this really the best mana outlet for the deck? Arbor Adherent? Like, is this the best one?
It's the only one that cares about toughness to make mana.
It's got to be 4 CMC, bro.
Yeah. I mean, like, it is the Sylvala for toughness. So
yeah, I mean,
it's going to be either 3 or 4 CMC, and they probably don't want to make a better Sylvala.
Yeah, no, I'm impressed though. Like it's pulled its weight. Like that, this is the card we were really searching for pretty much the whole time, and of course we could still run, as it was mentioned, devoted druid lines are a thing. You can make infinite mana. Also, I think
it's a little awkward because devoted druid isn't a cleric, and then all of our buff stuff to infinity is buff the thing, not buff something.
Yeah.
So it specifically buffs the thing that Encore is targeting, and it has to be either the task force or the cleric guy. Or a cleric.
I do like Task Force. We never got to fool with him. That's okay, though. All right, guys.
It was the back line.
I think that's it for the deck, though. Felothar Steadfast. I would say that this is definitely competitively playable. I do think that it's a little greedy, and I'm not sure that it has the right to be this greedy. Because it's like we don't have good free interaction. We don't have any sort of value. When Felothar hits, that's it. Like it's sort of a big do nothing for the turn. So that's a pretty feel bad moment. But the synergies for it are really great, right? I mean, you saw Tireless Tribe pull so much weight there, more weight than any card realistically should. So I think it does have a place in the setting. I don't think we're going to get more Tireless Tribes though. Like they don't print cards like that anymore.
Yeah.
So, I don't think that in that sense, I don't think it's going to improve meaningfully, like having better outlets, but is having just that one thing good enough? I hate to say it, like, I feel like that's the card I want to see most in this deck.
It's just a very good one card burst, get a ton of value.
Right. Everything else is a 2-card combo. Sorry.
Yeah, I will
Yeah.
say the deck would probably function significantly better if we added in all of the Calamity's Wake, Silence, Veil of Summer
Yeah.
style effects that just say, don't mess with me on the stack or on the board for this turn. So the deck can probably play significantly better if you played more of the like cEDH instant speed interaction in your color.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. But yeah, we had some big butts. We did the thing.
And we cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny.
Yeah. When Felothar walks in with an itty bitty waist and a lizard in your face, you're gonna get swung at. Yeah, that worked. All right, guys. We will see you on the next one. We should be brewing more from Tarkir Dragonstorm. There was another legendary we were talking about that we really wanted to touch on. It was the Elsha, the one of Elsha that looked really fun. So we should probably get some. I think that'll punch even better than this, frankly. So I'm sort of
It
excited to
won't
see
punch
that.
as hard because it's hard to punch more than
Yeah,
infinity, but it will
no.
still punch fast.
Yeah, it will punch quickly. It'll punch quicker than this. We'll see if it does any bit better. So stay tuned for the Elsha. Thanks for staying for this one. Feel free to leave this a like if you enjoyed it. And if you're going to pick up any of these singles, use the link in the description. It goes a long way. It doesn't matter what game you're playing either. It'll work through TCG Player, which I think we pretty much all use. I don't know. I use it. I use it for pretty much everything. Yeah, I don't really use Card Kingdom anymore. I have like hundreds of dollars in credited Card Kingdom. I trade them my stuff just because their trade-in program's easy to use, but like I haven't. That credit doesn't lapse, right? It's just I just have money sitting over there. I need to see if I need any singles actually. All right, guys. See you on the next one. Let's see here.